This is the orientation to the syllabus for Dftg 1491. What I've done is logged into Blackboard and just at my ACC through my account here. I'm going to look down through my list of classes and find the special topics in drafting for the fall 2012 schedule, which is what we'll be looking at in this video. When it opens up, this is what you will see. This is the banner that I've put on here, these guys drafting with the orange background. If you're taking the course from a different instructor, you may see a different background. You can scan or scroll down and you'll be able to see any announcements that have been placed already or anything like that. So this is always good to check the announcements for this class, since it's a hybrid class and is principally offered to you through distance learning. The other thing you'll notice when you look over here on the left side is a bunch of links that give you all kinds of information about the course, like the announcements page, how to contact me, the syllabus, timeline and due dates, online orientation videos, which is what this will become a part of, this video I'm making now, the portfolio case, the course materials, interviewing videos, and the tutoring schedule. And so those are going to be important for you to check out as you take this course, because principally this course is going to be offered to you through Blackboard. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is the syllabus today. So I'm going to click on that and it's going to take you to this link, and you'll see a PDF that says it's the syllabus for the course. When we click on that, it opens in another tab. You can see it right up here. Blackboard is still open over here on the left side, and then here's the tab we're in right now. This will give all the information, just like a typical syllabus does, about who your professor is, where their office is located, and what their office hours are, and how to get in touch with them, which you can see right here. It will also cover the standard parts of a syllabus, things like the course rationale, course description, and any prerequisites. Now, the only prerequisite for this course is upper level A&E CAD department standing, and there's a good reason for that, because this course is the department's capstone course, which means this is the course where we measure how well our students have done in our program, and it's really the course that prepares you to graduate and to go out and look for a job, or maybe go on to a university or that sort of thing. So we put a lot of emphasis on this course as a department because we actually evaluate the success of our department as we evaluate you in this course. The syllabus, as you can see right here, will list some important course dates, and at this point in the syllabus I have all the course dates listed as to be announced, a TBA over here. But when you receive the official course syllabus for this class, you'll actually see the due dates for that semester. And so you could be watching this in a different semester, so it might not even be 2012 when you're watching this. It might be 2013 or later. Other things listed in this section of the syllabus pardon me, are the required text and materials, which is the Dftg 1491 student guide. The student guide, pardon me, you'll locate that over here in the course materials link. And by clicking on that, you will see a bunch of different links. For example, creating a CAD resume, creating a CAD portfolio, and those sorts of things. And throughout the semester, I'll send out emails telling you that now is the time to go over and read a certain one of these before you begin the next part of the work that you're going to do. So just remember, those are located in course materials. Now right now it shows that these are no longer available, but once the class begins, we'll turn these on, and these will be available to you as the class progresses. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go back up here and click on the syllabus again. So the textbook, as I said, is furnished via Blackboard. The other material that you'll need, though, is the Itoya Art Profolio. This is the actual portfolio case that you purchase for the course. So I'm going to go back to Blackboard, and we have a link over here called Portfolio Case. That will take you to this page, which will give you some more information about that, where you can buy it and that sort of thing. Generally runs about $15. If you click, there's even a JPEG image and you can see what it is that you'd be purchasing. And remember, you want to purchase an 11 by 17 case. And each of the cases has what we call a spine art on the side where it's bound, and you're actually going to pull that out and replace that with your own spine art. It'll have your name and maybe your address and that sort of thing, and so you'll kind of dress up the portfolio by the time you finish with it. So I'm going to close that JPEG image down and go back to the syllabus. ACC email. Almost all the communication for this course is going to be sent to your ACC email account. And so it's very important that you check your ACC email, or at least have the ACC email forwarded to your personal email account so that you stay in the loop, because since we only meet 3 times in this class, most of the time we're going to communicate with you via email. If you need help setting up your email account, there is a URL in the syllabus that you can go to. Likewise, Blackboard is going to be very important for you, so if you have problems logging into Blackboard, you'll want to call 223-HELP, which is ACC's help desk, and make sure that you don't have any problems getting into the Blackboard system. One of the things we've listed in the syllabus are the qualities of successful distance learners. There's been enough research now that we kind of know that not everybody fares that well in a distance education course, but there are certain traits and characteristics that have been identified for the people who seem to do well in distance education courses, and so we've listed those there for you. And among them are willing to spend the time that it takes, outside of class on your own to work on your online course. And the ability to, seek assistance when you need it, to remain on time and on track. Those kinds of traits are really important to successfully completing this course. Student learning outcomes. Well, here's what we expect you to do by the end of the course. Prepare a professional quality portfolio suitable for seeking employment in the fields of technical drawing and CAD. The portfolio should illustrate mastery of the PSLOs defined for the award the student is seeking. So I'm going to come back to this PSLOs term in just a second and explain what that means. We also expect you to prepare a resume suitable for seeking employment in the fields of technical drawing and CAD, and a set of references suitable for seeking employment. And we also want you to learn to apply some job hunting strategies and interviewing skills required to successfully search for a job in the A&E CAD field. And all of this is tied up in the ultimate grade that you're going to end up with in the course, and we'll talk about that. But let's go back to these things called PSLOs. What that stands for is Program Level Student Learning Outcomes. And what a PSLO is it is a competency that has been defined for your degree or your certificate, and your portfolio needs to prove that you have mastery of that competency. All right, so for an example, for the Associate of Applied Science with the architectural specialization, there are 5 PSLOs. They're labeled A1, A2, and so on, down to one called I1. A1 says, utilize CAD software to plan and prepare construction documents and technical graphics appropriate to the architectural construction industries. So your portfolio needs to prove that you have mastered this PSLO. The second one says that you will have operated architectural engineering construction software, including CAD and BIM, building information models, and 3D modeling applications. So you will need evidence in your portfolio that you have done these things as well. You'll have to demonstrate a knowledge of building systems and familiarity with building codes. Utilize various architectural drawing types and determine their appropriate uses in architectural projects. Both of those things should be evidenced in the final portfolio. I-1 says utilize CAD software to plan and prepare documents and technical graphics appropriate to a range of design, manufacturing, and construction industries. This PSLO really covers your electives, so it could be that you could have some mechanical drawings in there, some civil drawings, something from electronics, just whatever else you have that sort of rounds out your training here at ACC. In the end, the full-time faculty will be reviewing your portfolio, and we'll also be taking into consideration the degree or the certificate that you're seeking, and we're going to be asking ourselves, does this portfolio illustrate that this student has mastered these PSLOs? We do the same thing whether it's an AAS in civil, which would have different PSLOs that would be more civil in nature, whether you're seeking an AAS with a mechanical specialization. We're going to be looking for mechanical type work in your portfolio, including things like CAD-CAM and ASME Y14.5 and those sorts of things. Interdisciplinary and electronics, they each have their own PSLOs. And then all of our certificate plans the same way. Each of them have their set of PSLOs, though usually there's a few less in a certificate than there are in a degree. So it's really important as you plan your portfolio that you keep coming back and looking at the syllabus and at these PSLOs, and then look at your drawings and say, do my drawings prove that I can do the things that are listed in the award that I'm seeking in the PSLOs for that award? In the end, when we evaluate your course, if we accept your portfolio, and that is that you meet all the PSLOs in there and we like all the work, we will give you a C in the course. And a C is in the range of 70 to 79 points out of a total of 100 points. And the way it works is when you come to the midterm portfolio review, which is one of the other required meetings that we have in the course, if we accept what you're doing at that point and what you've done to prepare up to that point, you will be awarded 35 points on that day. So what we're looking for in the midterm are things like red line drawings from previous classes and maybe an outline or a schematic of everything you intend to have in your final portfolio. It's also a good idea that you've taken your red line drawings or you've had them redlined by former faculty members. Let them go over your drawings, point out your mistakes and what needs to be corrected and that sort of thing. Bring all of that to the midterm review and show us. If you do that, you'll receive 35 points out of the 70 you need to receive a C in the course. One note, attendance at the midterm portfolio review is mandatory, and if you do not attend this review, then you can be dropped from the course. Now, as far as the date for the midterm review, I've just put in to be announced in this video because that's going to change with each semester. So you'll need to check with your faculty member and find out the actual date of the midterm review. Likewise, about 8 weeks after the midterm review, there's going to be a final portfolio review, and this is when you need to bring in your perfect portfolio. It should have all the corrections made. It should have cover sheets and dividers, and should really be in its final state. And the full-time faculty will review that at that time, and if we accept it, then we will give you 35 more points, and at that point you've earned a C in the course, which is what you have to earn in order to be able to graduate. Now, if we don't accept it, we're going to send you away with red lines or with notes, and you'll have a little bit of time left to try to make those corrections before the end of the semester and resubmit it and see if you can get it approved. In order to make a B, you must complete the portfolio, which is the C work, and you have to produce a professional quality resume and references. And there's information on creating these in the course materials section of Blackboard. We'll give you 7.5 points for the resume and 7.5 points for your references when we accept them. And so if we add that together with the 70 points from the portfolio, you will have 85 points at that time and qualify for a B for the course. The first draft of the resume will be due on a date assigned. It will be, usually it's the third week into the semester, unless it's a summer semester, and then it's even sooner than that. But you'll need to check with your faculty member about when the first draft of the resume is due. For the A option, we expect you to complete the C and the B work and complete an extra interviewing option described in the student guide. Usually what this involves is going through a mock job interview that is run over at the Eastview campus, although another alternative we offer are to students who actually complete a real job interview and who are offered the job. We will count that toward the A option, and that would give you the final 15 points you need to make 100 points in the class and receive a grade of A in the course. If you don't complete the portfolio in the first semester that you try to do it, then we'll probably give you an incomplete grade and you'll have until the next semester to finish. But keep in mind that incompletes that are not finished will eventually be converted to Fs automatically in ACC system. So it's very important that you follow up on that. At the orientation, we're going to ask you to sign a course contract. The contract will have a detailed list of the work that you're going to perform, the date the work will be completed by, and then your signature and the signature of your instructor. And this is something we want you to sign that says you understand that this is a hybrid course and that a lot of the responsibility is going to fall on you to do this work outside of a regular classroom. And we'll help you in any way we can, but there's only 3 formal meetings for this class, and signing this indicates that you understand what you're getting in for. Everything else in the syllabus is standard things that we put into every ACC syllabus about attendance and open labs and instructional methodologies and those sorts of things. And some of them really are not that applicable to portfolio students because, like we're not going to count 2 unexcused absences because we don't meet every day like we would in a normal semester. One thing though that we talk about here in the open labs, and when we talk about that we're talking about the labs that have tutors, we feel like it's important and advantageous for you to, while you're going through this course, to take advantage of the expertise of the tutors. A lot of them have gone through the portfolio course and they will be very happy to look at your work and critique it and give you feedback and that sort of thing. So they're a very valuable asset to you, and we really recommend that everyone take advantage of the expertise that the tutors bring to this process. Alright, so I think pretty much everything else in here has just been our things that we put into every syllabus. You can read that if you like. Mainly if you have any questions though, be sure and contact either myself or the faculty member for the class that you're enrolled for. And so this completes the orientation to the syllabus for DFTG 1491.